boss. Doing it right. Um, a little tired. A little tired. Been out here for 2 weeks now, and I've gone out every single night. So I'm a little tired here, but was doing some work tonight and decided to go on the live stream. So welcome to tonight's live stream. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit, and I'm just taking a break right now. So yeah, here goes you guys who follow me on IG. I told you guys I was gonna get a new computer for doing the 33 secrets videos and needed something really fast. So this is a brand new Alienware laptop that they just came out with. It's really cool. Super fast. This thing costs more than like, it's like basically the price of a car. It's insane. But it's the fastest computer I could find. It's pretty cool. It's like lighted keypad, and it's kind of like a gaming laptop, I guess, but I don't use it for gaming. There goes a little alien right there. But yeah, I love this thing. It uses two plugs, two chargers, because it's that big. Look at the size of this freaking, look at these chargers. I'll see if I can show it to you, but those are the chargers down here. It's insane how big the charger is for this thing. But yeah, it's a pretty powerful laptop. All right, so let's see. I was actually gonna change something here while you guys jump on. I'll just go ahead and change the background. Just make it a little bit brighter. There we go. Okay. So, do I invest in crypto? No, it's always been volatile, but I might put a little bit into crypto these days just because the government keeps printing money, right? And it's going to lower the value of the dollar. So, what are the 33 secrets? Come on, man. They go Biden on you. Come on, man. El Toro with a $1.99 super chat. Okay, so the 33 Secrets is my flagship program, the 33 Secrets to Dating Beautiful Women, and that's basically what I named my channel back in the day, just because that was the name of my program, and I just figured it'd be easier. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to fix my watch here. Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. Hi from Mexico. I'm always watching your videos. Thank you very much. So as you guys know, we're in Vegas right now, just to show you guys that I am in Vegas, because, you know, people always like, are you really there? Yeah. There goes the high roller wheel, which is next to the Link Hotel. And yeah, so just out here escaping the lockdown in California. A lot of guys ask me too, like, why Vegas? Why always in Vegas? I told you guys I do a lot of business out here. I actually got into buying and selling websites not that long ago. And so sometimes if it's a site that's producing enough cash flow, I'll want to, and the guy's asking for a good chunk of change, I'll have him meet me in Vegas, and I'll usually, because I'm negotiating, I will fly that guy out. So I'll like put him on my dime, and I will fly him out, take him out in Vegas, and you know, it's a lot more fun than having him fly into like Los Angeles or San Francisco, especially because everything is closed right now with COVID. And Vegas is just a lot more fun. It puts people in the right mood to do business, put it that way. So it's yeah, there are just so many things that work in my favor when I fly people in here to negotiate buying their property from them, their online property. Yeah, it's very much like game. I told you everything is pickup, guys. Everything is pickup. And if I were to fly these people into, like I said, Los Angeles or San Francisco, especially with everything closed, it's just very boring. There's just really, you know, there's not enough to pump that buying temperature. You know, it's like picking up a girl. You have to pump her buying temperature. It's no different doing business. You want to pump the person's buying temperature. So when I fly a dude in here and I'm interested in buying his online property, I mean, he gets to Vegas and he's like just inundated by all these lights and just casinos and craziness and you know, attractive women, and it puts him in the mood to be like, okay, yeah, let's do this, and I always get a better deal on I always get a better deal on what I'm purchasing, so this is the place to be. Are you sure there isn't 34 secrets? No, there's 11 bonus secrets though. 34 secrets? No, there's not 34 secrets. Not 34 secrets. Who are you talking about? You talk about what are you talking about? Just come clean. Hey M, do you got a favorite casino game? Roulette. Roulette is my favorite. So, you guys follow me on IG. I always post my stories. Tips for making money in college. Hold on. Wait, I got some super chats here. So, people are like paying for my answers, so I got to answer them. I think that was actually it, the super chat. Live chat. Top chat. How do I get to the super chat? Oh, there we go. Nope, it's not showing for some reason. Yeah, for some reason these super chats are not showing right now. Okay. Kazi live. How many women have you laid hot muffin? It's in my sales material. So I've dated over 350 women. And I always say it would have, I would have dated like over 1,000 or more if I wasn't so picky. I'm like really picky. I'm really, really picky with the girls that I date, that I sleep with. And this, because I'm picky too, I've never gotten like, I've never had kids out of wedlock, right? So I don't have like kids out of wedlock. I'm not a single dad or anything like that. I haven't made that mistake. Okay, let's see. Are you gonna watch the AFC NFC Championship game? The Dan Show. Yeah, I hear Tom Brady's in it, so I'll probably watch just for Tom Brady. But I just lost interest in sports. I mean, this entire season, and really, you know, really the last few years, I've kind of lost interest in sports just because it's gotten so woke, right? It's gotten so woke. It's insane. It's like watching a political show with footballs. I just, and I mean, I grew up watching football, playing football. I played sports my entire life. I was trying to go pro at one point, and I mean, I've just completely lost interest in it. I mean, I'm a huge Cowboys fan. I don't even care. Right? I'm like, oh, the Cowboys game's on, so what, right? Or whoever else. It's there's just no escaping all of this wokeness and this like shoving of political ideologies down your throat and trying to make you think a certain way, feel a certain way, and shame you if you don't. And yeah, it's just gonna get worse over the next 4 years. You know, yeah. So those are my thoughts on that. But I'll probably watch that game just because I want to see Brady tear it up. So we'll see what happens. But who are they playing? They're playing like the Packers or something like that, right? Are they playing the Packers? And you know, I'm gonna have to go against Aaron Rodgers on this one. And Aaron Rodgers went to Cal, right? So we're kind of like blood brothers there. But yeah, Aaron Rodgers went to Cal. Funny story about Aaron Rodgers too. I don't know if I told you when I first moved to LA. I was like that close from picking up his girlfriend. So he was dating Olivia Munn at the time. And I had just moved to LA and I walked into this Rite Aid in Studio City. And then I saw this hot girl who was like half Asian and half like white, right? And I didn't know who she was. I stopped watching movies in the like mid 2000s. So I saw her and I just approached her and I tried to pick her up. I had no idea she was there with her boyfriend at the time, who was Aaron Rodgers. So I'm sitting there talking to Olivia Munn, and she was the first girl that I cold approached in LA, like right when I got there. It was like literally the first like day or two that I got there, and I was talking to her and she was into it. She was like, what about you? What nationality are you? Like, we're totally getting into it. And I was like, what are you doing here? She's like, I'm buying shampoo. I'm like, oh, for that frizzy hair. So I was nagging her a little bit. She was totally buying into it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this large hand in between us. Whoosh, let's go. Pulls her out of there. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And I'm like, oh, shoot, it's Aaron Rodgers. So yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. All right. Kalem LW with the 5 pence super chat. Can you game girls around the world for the rest of your life? For the rest of your life, once you learn it and take action? Yes, of course. Why not? I always get that question, guys. Like, oh, will this work in Brazil? Will this work in Poland? And I'm like, yes, it works everywhere. It works everywhere in the world. Whenever, if the girl is female, it will work. And um, yeah, it will work. It works on everybody. The game works on everybody. I've had guys in the past who doubted me, and they were like, "Oh, I bet you could never pick up my girlfriend. Oh, I bet you could never pick up my wife." And they put me to the test. And I didn't, I mean, obviously I didn't go that far, but I was able to show him enough to where I started not really flirting with his wife, but just being a little more charismatic and pumping her buying temperature, nagging her a bit, getting a little physical, doing a little pickup artist spin. And you could see the girls like, and then the boyfriend's like, oh, okay, all right, that's enough. You know, get away from her. Get away from her. It's like, okay, see, and a lot of times it's sad for guys who are blue pill because then they realize like shit, you know, my even my own girlfriend who I thought loved me to death, like she can be gamed. It's like yes, they can be gamed, dude. They can be gamed. It works on everybody. And even Neil Strauss, who wrote the book The Game, he said something like the sad part he realized was like there were people he respected who he felt like, oh, this person can never be gamed, and then he'd work game on them, and he was like, shit, the game works on everybody, works on everybody, works on male and females too. You know, you don't have to be a chick; it works on guys too. Like I said, I fly guys out here that I'm interested in buying their websites, their online properties, and I'm trying to get the best deal that I can from them. Why do you think I bring them to Vegas, right? So it works on everybody. Vertigo, did you want to end your life the day you discovered the red pill? I did. I don't play that. Vertigo with $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Um, no, I don't know. I don't. It really depends, like how you found the red pill. Most guys find the red pill after like a really, really harsh breakup. That's really how they find this stuff. This is, I mean, most guys until they start dating women, they don't bother to seek out the red pill, right? It's when they get dumped, when that chick just totally cheats on him, totally just betrays him, and then he finds out about it, and she's like off with this other guy, totally dumps the guy, and he's just heartbroken. That's when he starts looking for answers, and then he finds the manosphere, he finds this, and then you start to dig deeper, you go deeper in the rabbit hole, and you're like, you get all this knowledge and it's kind of overwhelming especially because we've been so brainwashed our entire lives to believe this narrative that oh no, you know, women can never cheat on you. It's guys who are dogs, guys who are pigs, guys who are disloyal. I will tell you, after going out for almost 3 decades now and interacting with both males and females, over 10,000 approaches, I will tell you, I will go to my grave saying women are way, way, way more disloyal than men are. I mean, there are men that could cheat if they had the opportunity, that won't because they love their wives too much. You know, I mean, I've seen more guys hold back than women. So, but yeah, no, I didn't want to end my life. I think I was just more like kind of just disappointed in the opposite sex and just learned to live with it. But I was already doing game and pickup, so I understood they were like that. I didn't want to believe it, but it's just that red pill rage. You got to push through it and just accept female nature for how it is. You can't really, we can't change them. We can't force them to change, and it is what it is, right? Augustine Ramos podcast with a $2 super chat. What part of Frisco are you from? Hayton Ashbury. I was not far away from where Charles Manson lived, right in the '60s, where he formed his. I don't know what I forgot what he called them. But yeah, Charles Manson. He was a supposedly a serial killer, even though he actually never killed anybody. It was his disciples that killed people. But I was from Hayden Ashbury. I was not around in the '60s, so he was already in jail by the time like my family moved in that area. All right, SL3ND 3R man with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. I am the General Patton in the war on women. Awesome, man. I mean, we need more. We need more. Um, Especially with everything going on right now. You're going to see over the next 4 years, because obviously we have a new administration, we have a new president. You're going to see a ton of wokeness, man. You're just going to see this stuff shoved down your throats. Like I warned you guys. Like you guys are asking me on my other channel, my Alpha Male Secrets channel, who you voting for, who you voting for, and then I finally just did a video on it, and I said I'm not Democrat or Republican. I think both of those parties are all part. I mean, I think both of them are part of the establishment for the most part, right? I hate the establishment. I hate career politicians because every time they speak, I feel like I'm listening to a used car salesman. Like every time they speak, it's like a sales pitch. It's not genuine. It's just like a sales pitch. But I mean, but I definitely did not want the left to get in there because I knew that, I mean, even though Republicans do this too, they're like putting more women in office and they're doing a lot of woke shit on their own. But I mean, the Democrats take that to a new level. They like multiply that, they multiply that effort times 10. And, I'm against it just because it goes against it's always bad for men. I mean, and really that's what their party is about. That's what the establishment is about, both Democrats and Republicans for that matter. That's what the establishment is about. They want to tear apart families. They don't want, they want to propagate single mothers. They want to destroy the patriarchy, right? So I'm against those things. Republicans, like I said, they do some woke stuff like that too, but they're not pushing it as hard. They're not pushing it as hard. But over the next 4 years, you're going to see a whole lot of wokeness, man. Whole lot of wokeness. And a whole lot of smashing of the patriarchy. Exactly what I feared would happen is going to happen. And the only thing I could hope for is like more backlash from that. Uh, yeah, we need more backlash. But I mean, right now the mainstream media is totally just yeah, they're just going to double down on this, triple down on it, sadly. But all right, let's move along here. All right, NBA Nilami Com Team. With the I don't even know if that's 10, but I'm just gonna say with the $10 super chat. My greeting, kisses, and love to Cash. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for all your warm messages about Cash, guys. I really appreciate that. As you know, he cannot walk anymore, so I'm carrying him everywhere, but keeps my arms in shape, which is really cool. This super chat is for Cash. Cash, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Love you, my brother, mentor, real world doctor, and man of PUA, Matt. Love, all to serve, all. Thank you. Oh, Jacinthin. Oh, thank you, Jacinthin. Yeah, just because you asked about Cash, you can see he is just knocked out. Cash. You're on the live stream, Cash. Knocked out. Oh, it's like crazy traveling and all this other stuff. So, all right. Kalem LW with $5 super chat. Can you spin negative sets and make girls fall for you with good game and experience infield when out there? Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I do it all the time. My students do it all the time. I mean, I could teach a newbie student to do that pretty quickly, just to spin a negative set into a positive one. And and I always teach guys, especially when I take them out in field. I kind of pre-warn them, like, guys, don't expect every girl that we approach to just drop her pants and start grabbing you. That just doesn't happen. I'm like, we're gonna come across three types of girls tonight. First type of girls are no girls. Second type of girls are maybe girls, and the third type of girls are yes girls. Okay, the yes girls are going to be very rare. Very rare are we gonna ever come across yes girls who are just like, "Yep, ah, let me come with you guys." No, very, very rare. Does it happen? Yeah, it does happen from time to time. The more you go out, the more you'll come across these girls who are just like yes girls. They happen to be in the mood to be game. They happen to have nothing to do. They're bored. They'll be like, "Come home with me." Just like that, right? It's just weird how that happens. It's kind of just luck, right? It's like hitting a jackpot on the slot machine. It happens, right? But it's just luck. Um, but most of the girls you'll come across are going to be either no girls or maybe girls. And those no girls and maybe girls, those are the girls that we have to work game on, and we have to turn them into yes girls. So that's really what the magic of pickup really is turning those no and maybe girls into yes girls, because 90%, like more like 95% of the girls you meet out in field are going to be either no girls or maybe girls, right? They're going to be no girls or maybe girls. And then your job is to turn them into yes girls. And really, all that takes is just a little bit of pickup, a little bit of game, a little bit of light negging, a little bit of building an emotional connection with them, some familiarity where they feel like, oh, okay, this guy's actually cool. I could trust him. He's not like socially weird. He doesn't seem like a stalker or anything like that. And so usually after you overcome that, the girl's guard will come down, because the reason why these girls are no and maybe girls is because their guard is up, right? They don't know you, they don't trust you. They're like, who is this guy? Is he trying to sell me something? Is he trying to scam me? And it's just a matter of getting over that objection. And this is why, if you've done sales in life, if you've done any kind of sales, you're really good at this, especially if you've done like car sales. This is, that's a really good skill to have, because most people walk on the lot do not want to buy a car. They just want to look, right? So they're not, they're not, you have to turn them into buyers, basically. No different with game. All right. NBA Nilami Com Team with the $10 super chat. Oh, already read that one. Sorry about that. Stefan Cirillo with a $5 super chat. I read the game, the book The Game in 3 days back in 2007. Attraction is not a choice. My 20s was crazy because of the game book. Yeah, I mean, that was on one of my top 10 book recommendation lists that I uploaded on my Alpha Male channel, Alpha Male Secrets channel. Yeah, it was a great book, man. It's a great book. And Attraction is not a choice. I remember that was from Neil Strauss, got that from David D'Angelo. So yeah, David D'Angelo had a lot of products back then. He wasn't really a pickup artist. He was just like a dating coach, but he had a lot of good material back in the day. And unfortunately, with Neil Strauss, he just kind of is an example of what happens when you try to leave the game, which he did, because he was a successful pickup artist, learned game, became phenomenal, was picking up girls in Hollywood, models and everything. This like short little dude was picking up like hot girls, and then he got married, and then he turned on the game, and he was like, "Oh, this was all wrong, and yes, not right. I regret what I did." And then his wife basically, you know, like handed his balls to him because he just stopped gaming, and hopefully he learned his lesson. You just can't leave the game. You have to continue to game, right? Even if you get married, you have to continue to game your wife. You can't just stop and like, oh, she's just gonna love me for me now that we're married and now that we have kids. No, girls won't do that. You have to continue to just game, but it shouldn't even be work. It should just be who you are, right? There should be no effort or anything like that. It just should be you end up becoming the game, basically. Okay, Spartacus Jackson with a 4.99 super chat. Why would a woman go to her married ex-boyfriend's gym after she came back from grad school from another state? I have to think about that. Why would a woman go to her married ex-boyfriend's gym after she came back from grad school from another state? Why would she go to his gym? Either two reasons. Either one, just coincidence that he happens to go to the same gym. Maybe they live in the same neighborhood. Or more likely, she wants attention from him because she's still hung up on him. Right? She's still hung up on him, especially if it was he who dumped her. She's still hung up on him. Or if she left him for a rebound relationship and then she realized she made a mistake and then he tried to move on and she's trying to, get back with him. So, that would be the reason, is because obviously if she's going to put the time and effort to go to his gym out of all gyms, why do you have to go to his? She wants to run into him. She wants to talk to him. She wants him to see her, and she wants that attention. Why? Because she's still hung up on him. All right. Blood Pill Uppercut with a $5 super chat. How do you game girls that speak little or no English? These days, it's really easy. If you have your cell phone with you, you could use Google Translate. You could literally translate everything on Google. I've gamed a number of girls. I even dated a couple of girls where I did not speak a lick of their language, and they spoke very, 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 very little English. And this was even before like I knew that there was Google Translate, and that's really how I became aware of it, because I had a fellow pickup artist who was like, "Dude, use Google Translate." I'm like, "What's that?" And he was like, "Watch, watch," and then he said something in a different language, and it translated it in English. I was like, "Oh shoot!" I'm like, "You could do that now?" Yeah, so it's so much easier these days. But yeah, most of it is just gesturing, pointing, and body language, right? I mean, even if you notice, even when you approach girls who speak the same language as you, she's not really listening to what you're saying. She's really just watching how you behave, right? I mean, you could say the most ridiculous things and you'll notice she's not really even paying attention. She's just watching your body language, your voice tonality, and how self-assured you are. So, yeah, gaming girls who don't speak your language is not really a big deal. Like I said, it's just a lot of gesturing and a lot of observation, body language, pointing, uh, stuff like that. El Toro with a 4.99 super chat. What are your thoughts on fornication? The Bible says fornicators will not inherit the kingdom. 1 Corinthians 6:9. Pound party pooper. Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously it's a sin, right? I'm not gonna lie, it's a sin, and I've had a few guys point that out. Obviously, because I'm Catholic, and yeah, I'm a sinner, right? I admit that I'm a sinner. You're a sinner. We're all sinners, right? We're all fallen, and this is why Jesus died on the cross for us. But that's no excuse for us to just be like, do whatever you want, and then yell Jesus at the end of it, and have him save you. I mean, we're all on our own spiritual journey, and we're living in a fallen state, and it's really, nobody's perfect, but I mean, it's really up to you to live, as best as you can according to the scriptures, and I'm trying to do that now. I'm trying to just get closer to God, and I'm becoming more spiritual, put it that way. I mean, especially like with the knowledge I have with game and pickup, with the experience I have, I can do just I could be really really evil if I really wanted to with this with the knowledge that's in here and the experience I've had with pickup and game. I could just be really really evil and do some really really evil shit, and I don't, just because I know that we all have a judgment day. And so what I tell guys, especially with what I teach, is to use what I teach you, not to go out there and have sex with the world, but to be more responsible and just use it to find some cool girls that you could date, and then choose the best one that you want to go the distance with. If you're looking to, have a family one day, or anything like that. A lot of guys who follow me are trying to get married one day. They want to have their own son. So they take my material and they just, they use it to go out there and find a better looking girl, a younger girl, somebody who's just a little bit out of their league. And most of them accomplish that. I have a lot of former students who've gone out and taken my material, not to go out there and have sex with the world, but to, just like find a really cool girl to settle down with, a hot girl, a girl where they wouldn't feel like they're settling. and a girl that they could raise a family with. Yeah, I mean, obviously, fornication is a it's a pretty big sin. Yeah, that's those are my thoughts on that. All right, Sterling Sapien with a $2 super chat. Nice laptop. What model is it? It is a okay. So it's the latest one. It's Alienware Area 51M. Yeah, Alienware Area 51M. It's 17 inch, and it's got a 2 terabyte hard, no, 3 terabyte hard drive. I upgraded the hard drive. It's also got a, man, I'm really bad with the technical specs. It's got the solid state drive in it. So yeah, I had it upgraded. Basically, when I bought it, I had like all the bells and whistles put on it, and I had the guy at Dell was trying to explain like, oh, this is what this will do, and this is what this does, and I'm like, okay, put that on there. Okay, what else? And they basically loaded it up. So I've got the top of the line laptop. It's probably more than what I need as far as like speed and everything else, but I do pretty heavy video editing on it. So I was like, okay, I'll just buy this, and I usually keep my laptop for at least 5 years. So I'm probably not going to replace this for 5 years anyway. So it should hold me over. But it has a lighted keypad, and then you touch this, it lights up, and you could change the color of this part here. Yeah, I like the feel to it too. It's kind of got a nice like texture to it, and because I carry my laptop around, and so it's not slippery, and yeah, it's just super fast. I love this thing, super duper fast. Yeah, the only thing is it's like pretty heavy too. I mean, this thing weighs like 13 pounds, believe it or not. I put it on a scale, it was like 13 pounds. It's like the heaviest laptop I've ever held. Um, but no, I don't do any gaming on it. No, so I'm not a gamer. I just don't have time to game. I would love to play some Madden. I really miss playing Madden. You guys who love playing Madden, I miss playing Madden. All right, Jay Pardishi with the $5 super chat. Matt, bro, when you talk about eight signs and tens, which qualities do you look out in a woman besides her looks? All right, so the number one quality I look for in a woman, which you should too, right? Here's I should do a coaching video on this, but I'll tell you. The number one quality I look for in a woman, besides her looks, and I even test her on this. Okay, when I approach a girl and she's hot, that's one of the ways I'll get her to qualify herself. I'll say, "Hey, name three things about yourself that would make me want to get to know you better, but they can't be about your looks. Go." And I'll put her on the spot. But the one that I want to hear is I have a positive attitude, because really that's the best trait you could get out of a girl if she's positive. Because a lot of these chicks that are hot, they could tend to be like whiners. They tend to be like just a little too entitled, and they don't really have a positive attitude. And I don't want to be around a girl like that. But that's the main thing is positive attitude, feminine. The girl has to be feminine. I don't like these chicks who are masculine or try to act like a dude. So I don't like that feminine shit. And three, what really turns me on is when the girl is able to think for herself, and she could see through the mainstream narrative, and so she doesn't subscribe to feminism or any of those ideologies, like any of that woke ideology. And she has her own brain, and she could think for herself, and she could be like, yeah, I know that's not good for women. So and generally those type of girls hate feminists anyway. They just don't like them, and they love men. So that's what I look for. All right, Insta Patriot with a $10 super chat. What happens if she got a wife or girlfriend? If she has a wife or girlfriend, can I bring her back to her? Wait, what happens if she has a wife or a girlfriend? Oh, the girl, can I bring her back to her feminine energy and still get her no matter what? You can. I mean, most of these girls, if they try to, it's like a fad these days for these girls to be like, oh, I'm a lesbian. Ooh, I'm bisexual. I'm so cool. I'm so cool. But a lot of them don't really like that, right? It's just that they haven't had a strong male in their lives yet to lead them otherwise, to give them a new direction. So if you have a dominant frame and you're a strong man, Yeah, you can lead her out of that. Would you want to? That's up to you. That's up to you. Is she worth it? That's another thing you have to ask. Okay, classic Chasman with a $5 super chat. What's your thought on incels? I don't think about them. I don't think about them unless they get on my program and they ask for help. But normally I don't think about them. I mean, they jump in the comments a lot and throw shade, but that's fine. That's what incels do. I expect them to do that. But yeah, I don't have much thought about incels. They're not getting laid, and obviously they're not trying to. And a lot of times too, they hate guys like me, right? And they hate the pickup stuff. That's why they gravitate to sites that hate on this stuff. And I understand. It's like, I might be mad too if I wasn't getting laid, but that's where all that comes from. So, all right, Ray Channel with the $5 super chat. Do you think your channel will be under more attack now Left gets to being in control? Yeah. Oh yeah. Right? I mean, I have a list of topics that I choose from each month, and me and my team come up with these topics together. I choose most of them, but I have them come up with some as well, and we just go through them together. And there are a number on there that I want to do, but I can't right now just because the culture, under this administration is going to be different. Like I said, they're just going to be shoving this thing down our throats. Obviously, you see the cancel culture today. I mean, if they could cancel the president of the United States, they could cancel anybody, and they have been lately too. They've been purging all these accounts that they even purged a couple of like moderate accounts where the person who had a video, they were like doing a video, they weren't even like Trump fans, they were just saying, okay, here's the pros and cons of his presidency, and they were like, here are the cons, and they totally bashed him, but then they gave some positives and they were like, oh, but he did this well. Boom. Channel got removed. It's like, whoa, really. So yeah, at some point they may come after me, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. If they do, I'll come back in some form either way. You can't really just like erase somebody. Some way or shape or form, and I'm at a point now where I could probably like just build a platform if I really wanted to, and probably not the size that they have, but if I really want to get my message out there, or podcasts or something like that. But even podcasts are getting shut down. It's crazy. But yeah, they will eventually come after me too. This is why I'm staying away from certain topics right now, just because of the climate. And yeah, I advise other content creators to do the same. All right, Jason Lee with a $5 super chat. What do you think about the natural lifestyles? Is their method of game legit? I'm not familiar with them. I'm not familiar with that channel. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think if I know that guy. It sounds familiar. But yeah, I can't comment on it because I just don't watch. I don't really watch other pickup videos. I told you guys that. I don't watch other pickup channels. I don't watch other red pill channels. Um, yeah, I just don't. Which is funny too because obviously I get guys from time to time going, "Oh, this guy said, took his video," and I'm like, "How would that be possible? I don't watch other channels, man." I told you guys what I'm subscribed to on YouTube. I'm subscribed to like Hoovy's Garage. I watch car stuff. Last thing I want to do is watch pickup and red pill channels because just because I'm talking about it all day long. I teach this stuff. I take guys out. So that's the last thing I would do is come home after like a 3-day boot camp of teaching guys pickup and game, and then watch more pickup videos. No, I just don't. I'm gonna watch like car stuff and entertain myself other ways. Okay. Just with the 4.99 super chat, how do you become more comfortable within your own skin? Thanks, Matt. Come visit New York City sometimes. The way that you become more comfortable within your own skin is basic practice and reference experience, right? You need to go out. You need to socialize. You're not going to get comfortable in your own skin staying at home. And this is why I keep telling guys, you have to go out, right? You have to go out. You have to socialize. You have to interact with humanity, because the more you do, the more you'll start to see like, oh, okay, this isn't such a big deal, right? And then you'll be more comfortable in your own skin. And then it'll get to the point where it won't matter where you go. You could walk into a brand new venue that you've never been to before, where normally most people would be a little nervous, like, ooh, am I, am I going to be accepted here, whatever. But instead, because you have, so much experience, you'll just go in like you own the place. So yeah, it just comes from reference experience. You have to practice. You have to surround yourself around people. You have to put yourself in social situations, and then just get comfortable with that. And the more familiar you become with that, the less intimidating it will be, right? It all comes from that reference experience. All right, Trin Nguyen with the 4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jose Escamilla. Hey, Matt, do you stop from thinking about past mistakes and move forward? Like, what kind of mindset do you have to have? Yeah, I don't. You know what? I like when I make mistakes, it's important not to ignore those because you have to learn from them. So, like, if I make a mistake, no matter what it is, whether it's in business, if I made a mistake, or if I made a mistake in a cold approach, I might have done something where I'm kicking myself later. Uh, I will review that mistake in my head, but I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. I'll just review it in my head, like what I could have done better, and then go do that. Right? I don't attach my emotions to it. I don't attach my emotions to it and put myself in my own head, because that's when you'll stifle yourself and you won't move forward. So you don't want to become your own worst enemy. Just accept that you made a mistake, look back on it and look at like what could I have done better so you can fix it so you don't repeat it, and then move forward, right? That's all you got to do, because life is too short to keep dwelling on it like, oh my gosh, you have to move forward. Have to keep moving forward. Didn't Rocky say that in Rocky, that movie, Rocky Balboa, 2006? That was his tagline. He's like, it's about how much you could take and keep moving forward. All right, KLM LW with a $5 super chat. If a girl looks young, is it best to start with, excuse me, how old you are? How old are you? So, no, that I would never start with that. I would just start talking to her. I would open her first, start doing a little game on her, and then I would say, "Hey, you look kind of young. How old are you? Are you old enough to get into a club?" I would start poking at her like, "How old are you?" If I thought she was lying at all, I would say, "Quick, when's your birthday?" Right? Because I've had girls lie to me. Like had girls who were like who looked 25 were not 25. They just like flat out lied. Um, yeah, I remember I was at the Grove in LA with my buddy, and we just approached a set of girls, and they all looked like they were like 22, 23, 24. They looked much older, and they never said anything. And then the girl was like, no, no, we're like 21. And then I was like, quick, when's your birthday? And then I saw them all stall. And then eventually, like one of her friends, as we were walking along, told us that they were in high school. Like, you guys are in high school? They were like seniors in high school. And I was like, oh, snap. And I looked at my wing and I'm like, uh, right? Because they were like, I think they were like 16 and 17. So I was like, ugh. Yeah. So yeah, if that happens, I mean, that's how you ask her. And then just be like, all right, add me on social media, hit me up in 2 years. That's how you do it. Can't do anything right now. Hit me up when you're 18. Sterling Sapien with the $2 super chat. Matt, when you going on the JLP show, beta, right? That's JLP. I'm not talking about Sterling, but that's his tagline. Yeah, I'd love to go on that show. I'd love to go on that show. I know Jesse would call me a slut maker, and he would get on me about that. But I would love to go on that show and just talk about the state of masculinity and feminism and all that stuff. Yeah, I love his show, by the way. Okay, Joe Blow with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. You had a question, you retracted, so If you have another a question you want to ask, just come back at me. Calvin M, thank you for the 99-cent super chat. Armando Yescas with a $5 super chat. Sup, Matt? Remind these men out here, height doesn't matter. I'm 5'9", tops. Never had a problem. All the black pill guys keep telling them they're screwed. Well, yeah. I mean, as much as the black pill guys go, oh, you guys are just coping, really, they're coping, right? They're self-projecting their own method of coping. But yeah, 5'9", I mean, that's pretty good height. A lot of people say that's average, but I mean, that really is even a little above average. If you're 5'9", you'll notice if you just walk around out there, look at most guys, you're probably taller than most guys, if not the same height. So 5'9" is not a bad height at all. Short would be like 5'4". I've had students before who were like 5'4". Still did well, because they had self-confidence and they're at a point where they're like, screw it, I'm 5'4", I can't change this, so what? And they just embraced it, right? It's the guys who are like, um, who get insecure about stuff like that, and they put themselves in their own head. Those are the guys that screw themselves. I've had guys who are like 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", pretty decent height, still like so insecure about it because they're not 6 feet. And it's like, dude, come on, man. You know. But in the same sense, I've had guys who are 6'4", 6'5", who felt they were too tall. And they're like, I'm too tall. I don't like tall girls. I like girls who are 5'2", 5'3". And they're like, I feel like I'm looking down on them. So, I mean, the insecurity goes both ways. I mean, it's really about just embracing it. You just have to embrace what God gave you, right? God gave you this. Embrace it, right? Just be happy that you weren't born blind or deaf or without legs, or you have 2 hands, 2 feet. You can do fine if you just stop putting yourself in your own head. All right, Channel Scotty with a $10 super chat. I'm from America and my female friend from UK is inviting me over for a week to hang out. How do I know? How do I find out if it's friendly or romantic? Should I ask if she's romantically interested first? No, never ask questions like that. Never ask that. Never ask that direction. Never ask that directly, because then you kill the mystery. Um, Especially, I mean, it's just not a question you should ask because it'll come off socially awkward. It's kind of like if you just met a girl and then you ask her, "Hey, so do you like me? What do you think of me so far?" It's the same thing. It comes off as super, super low value. It tells a girl like, "Oh, he's not used to being around girls of my caliber. He's not used to dating women." Because a guy who is high value and in abundance would never ask anything like that, right? You shouldn't care. So just go with it. Just go with it and see what transpires. Um, it could be 50-50, where maybe she's like, I think of this guy as a friend, but let's see if, like, when I see him in person, when we spend this week together, if I feel more than that, right? So obviously, if you're attracted to her, which it sounds like you're attracted to her, you should be pumping up her buying temperature. You should be nagging her a little bit. You should be working game on her, right? Getting a little emotional investment from her. But definitely never ask her anything directly like that. Never kill. Yeah, never break that fourth wall. Never break that fourth wall. It's like if you're watching a movie, right? Say you're watching Fight Club. You're into the movie, you're watching Fight Club, and then all of a sudden the movie stops, and then Brad Pitt comes out as himself and goes, "Oh, hey everybody, I'm Brad Pitt. This isn't real. You're just watching a movie." Okay, continue on. It would kill the spell, right? It would kill the spell. All right, the Tim 154711 with a $2 super chat. What are your thoughts on being a Sigma male? Yeah, I've heard that term a lot, Sigma male. People have asked me to do a coaching video on it, but I mean, it just, at the end of the day, I like to keep things in layman terms, because you don't want to get into all this Sigma male, or, this type of male or that type of male. I mean, it's really simply broken down to alpha or beta, right? It's really alpha or beta. Um, and even those terms are subjective enough to include kind of like small factions of being a sigma male. Okay, so when it comes to that, I identify terms in I identify things in terms of alpha or beta, right? I mean, every student I've ever had walk through my door that I've ever taken out, I can identify immediately as like this guy's alpha or this guy's beta, right? And it's not, I'm not like, picking on him about that. It's just like, okay, this guy's a little beta. I need to work on this with him. Or this guy's alpha, maybe a little too alpha, and I need to help him tone it down. I don't look at the guy and go, oh, sigma male, right? It's either alpha or beta. And I base it off of his behavioral, off of his behaviors, put it that way. His body language, his voice tonality, his aura, his self-belief, the amount of confidence he has in himself, the way he carries himself, the way he communicates with people. If he holds eye contact or if he looks away, if he drops his shoulders, drops his body language. I That's how I identify, you know, what I'm dealing with. It's like if this guy's alpha or if he's beta. I don't look at him and go, yeah, sigma for sure, sigma. It's from my experience, it's been alpha or beta. All right, KLMLW with a $5 super chat. Why don't girls approach guys? They do. They do. Not all the time, obviously. You're not going to see that happen very often, but they do. They definitely do. And you know what? Most of the time, when I see a girl who would approach a guy, part of the time she really likes that guy. It's somebody that she's like, oh, there's something about that guy. Most of the time, it's kind of a red flag, right? It's just kind of a red flag. I love it when girls approach me. I love it. Obviously it works in my favor because I don't have to do anything, but it's kind of a red flag. So if you ever meet you don't want to make a girl like that your girlfriend, because if she approaches you, she approaches guys, right? Which means if she sees a cute guy, she's gonna approach him. All right, B-Boy Noomba Juan with a $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on guys with crotch rockets? Do you think they get girls? Crotch rockets. What are you talking about? Like guys with big penises? Educate me. What's a crotch rocket? Hold on. See if we can pull it up here. There goes Trump. Yeah, I was doing a video on that earlier. Oh, let's see. Crotch rocket. Oh, it's a slang term for motorcycles of the sport category. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that because I actually used to have a lot of those types of bikes, right? Back then, what do we call them before? I don't know. I can't think of it, but yeah, I had a lot of those bikes. I had a Kawasaki Ninja at one point. I had a CBR 600, a Suzuki GS XR, Suzuki Katana. I used to ride motorcycles all the time. I love sport bikes. So he's talking about sport bikes. Love sport bikes, and they're fun to ride. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like you do meet girls on that, and especially if you're dating a girl and you take her out on a motorcycle, it's just alpha, right? It's just alpha. The girl's like, because not a whole lot of guys ride motorcycles, So yeah, I'm thinking about actually getting another bike. But yeah, it does help. It does help. It's a good move. Let's see. What else do we got here? Man, I got a ton of super chats, guys. Um, my girl, okay, 505, Mr. Ali. My girl got a text asking her if she wants to come over. She says it's a guy from her past. Just for fun, should I believe her? No, man. No. My girl got a text asking her if she wants to come over. The thing is, if he's texting her that, it's probably because she's already been over there, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm not her. I don't know her, but I mean, it sounds like she's already been over there. It sounds like she's already been to this dude's house and he's just inviting her back, right? It sounds like kind of like a booty call. And back in the day when I was gaming girls who had boyfriends, I was sending the same kind of message. I was like, "Oh, hey, can you sneak out tonight? Do you want to swing by tonight?" And so yeah. All right, 808 District with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Okay, Calvin with the Calvin Mugharbel. Sorry. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that too bad. I'm 6'4", intimidating. Negs backfire. How to balance. Everything in the game is calibration, right? I've said that a million times. So everything you have to calibrate depending on the girl you're dealing with, depending on her mood, depending on how she's responding to you. Everything is calibration. I mean, some girls, I don't feel like if I'm getting enough attention from them, if I'm not getting what I want out of them, I'll neg harder. Whereas some girls, I could tell they're like easily offended, so I'll kind of calibrate, right? But it's all about calibration. If your negs are backfiring, they're a little too harsh, right? So you want to make sure your negs are playful, because usually if your negs are backfiring, it's because yeah, they're too harsh. You might be saying something like, "Girl, need to drop a few pounds. Whew, that belly, that cellulite," and then she's getting offended. So yeah, you just have to calibrate that. Ray Channel with the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on cologne? Is it too simp or seem like a man is trying too hard? Absolutely. And I actually covered this in my 33 Secrets to Dating Beautiful Women program. I don't wear cologne for that very reason. When I used to wear a lot of cologne before, by the way. So this is how I learned this. I used to wear cologne. I didn't shower in it, but I wore enough. And because I've been doing pickup, I was doing pickup way back in the day, and I was taking these girls out on dates. I had a number of them be like, "Oh, you put on that cologne. I know you're trying." They were kind of just teasing me about it, to where I started to notice it, and so eventually I just stopped using cologne, just because it was communicating to the girl like, "Oh, this guy's trying to impress me." So yeah, it does come off to that way to the girl. Even if you like to smell nice, I wouldn't put it on. At best, I use like body spray sometimes, and then the girl will still be like, "Oh, put on cologne for me. What are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Girl, that's right guard, right? Do you really want to smell like right guard?" I came from the gym. I went. I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "I'm not putting on cologne." You know. I go, "Why? Do you think you're special?" So yeah, that's the reason I don't wear cologne. Those are my thoughts on it. But that's me personally. I don't wear cologne. Uh, Trin Nguyen, married to of said 98% covert narc positive for 16 years, 3 kids. How to or can be certain she is having an affair. So you think she's having affairs at work? The easiest, quickest way to tell is if she's not coming home after work, because every guy that I've coached that had been married or had been in a LTR, and he was questioning whether or not his wife was cheating. I asked him that question. I go, "Is she coming home straight after work?" Okay, the guys who had faithful wives, faithful girlfriends, those girls were coming straight home after work. They weren't going anywhere. They weren't disappearing. They weren't like going off to happy hour. The girls who were, they were usually doing something. Okay. So if she's like disappearing after work and she's like going out with a girlfriend for drinks, she's like disappearing all the time going shopping, especially if she's not answering her phone, she's not returning your text messages, it's a red flag. The beauty now is you could FaceTime, right? You could tell her, "Hey, jump on the FaceTime," if you want to know, if you really want to know. But if she's a narcissist, you're saying she's a narcissist. Narcissists cheat, man. Yeah, narcissists don't have a problem cheating on you, because they're all about themselves. So they could care less if you get hurt. So yeah, if she's disappearing and she's not coming home after work, and especially even on weekends, she's disappearing, leaving you at home, she's going out with her girlfriends, then something may be going on. If she's hiding her cell phone, she's like, as soon as you walk in, she's like closing her laptop. She doesn't want you to see, or she's like hiding it, like, from you. Yeah, just look for signs like that. Okay, look for signs like that. All right, KLM LW with a $5 super chat. If you have good dance moves in a nightclub, can that automatically attract girls without game? Sometimes it can, right? Especially if the girls like to who really like to dance and they see you've got some moves. Yeah, that'll help you. That'll help you get the girl. Will it keep the girl? No. Will it lead you all the way to close? No. It's no guarantee at all. It's kind of like being good looking, right? Say you're a tall, good looking Chad. Can you get girls to pay attention to you? Yeah. Is it easier? Yeah. Does it mean the girl's going to pull her pants down for you? No. She wants to make sure that you're a cool guy. She wants to make sure that she feels a connection with you. She wants to feel like, you know, she wants to find out if you're like, weird or socially awkward. So you still have to game. I mean, there's really no escaping game. Right? I've had so many guys who they're like, nope, just got to be a Chad. And I'm like, no, dude, I've had like literally male models on my in my infield boot camps, and it's like, how come they're on my program? It's like because they have, these guys are like kind of like socially awkward in some ways, and they're just lacking confidence, or they just need to work on themselves, right? So I've had like guys who are like literally male models in LA take my program. I've had guys who are rich take my program. They can't hang on to their girl. It's like, yeah, I was able to get girl, but I can't hang on to her. It's like, why not? You have money. Yeah, you can't escape game. So, all right, let's go here. Matt, have you written any books we can buy? Yes. The 33 Secrets to Dating Beautiful Women, the 44 Secrets to Becoming a Real Alpha Male, 7 Months to Mastery. These are all my programs that you can purchase. Just send an email to my customer service team at support@the33secrets.com. They could give you all the details. And my customer service teams, they are 24/7, 365 days a year. We never close. But yeah, those are the books I've written. Will I write like an actual book? Yeah, it's at some point in the future. I've talked with a publisher about doing something. He wants to do something like Confessions of a Pickup Artist, and so we're going to do that at some point, just not now because I'm just so busy with everything else. But more importantly, I'm still living the life. I'm still doing this, so it wouldn't make sense to write a book just yet, especially like a biography or anything like that. But I would still want it to be kind of like a how-to manual as well. But obviously, I'm still doing pickup. I'm still doing games. So the best thing to do is buy my programs because everything's in there. But if you're looking for like more like a novel type thing, like the game, or where it's more of like a story format, yeah, I'll probably do that at some point in the future, but not now because I'm still doing it. Right. So, okay. Spats90 with a $5 super chat. I have a stutter. Any advice on picking up girls? See a speech therapist. And if you can't afford a speech therapist, go on YouTube and type in how to fix stutter, or even go on Google how to fix stutter, and at least try to improve it. And a lot of stuttering comes from just nervousness, because I've had a lot of students who've had the same problem where they stutter, right? And it's always just coming from nervousness. So that's something that can be overcome, and at the very least improved dramatically, where you won't be stuttering anymore. But as far as like picking up girls, that doesn't change. I mean, you still do the same. You're still going to go through the same motions that I teach you, right? Where you open the girl, false time constraint, you nag her, you build attraction rapport by nagging her. You build a comfort and rapport, and then you close. I mean, that's 5 steps to a proper pickup. You're still going to go through that even if you stutter. Right? So that doesn't change anything. Gilbert Villanos with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Your advice on having delusional self confidence has changed my life at work because I've been able to take more risks that have paid off. Good to hear. And I'm glad you got value out of that one, Gilbert. Yeah, that one was pretty fun. That one was a little more humorous too, but it works. It works. Sometimes you just have to have that delusional self confidence and self belief in yourself. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video, it's on my Alpha Male Secrets channel. I uploaded it about 3 or 4 months ago, and I'm basically looking in the mirror and just going through the motions of having delusional self confidence. Right, and you should do that too. It's kind of like positive affirmations. You just look in the mirror in the morning, you look at yourself, and instead of putting yourself down and like, oh, this pimple, this is it, be like, oh my God, look at this badass hair. Oh my God, look at this 5 o'clock shadow. Oh, so incredible looking, so amazing. You're so awesome. So many girls would be lucky to have you, and you feed yourself this delusional self-confidence because you need it at times. You need it. All right. Let me get back to the normal chats here. Let's see what are people saying around her. Oh, here we go. Okay. I would say, oh my God, look at this receded hairline. What about mirror effect? How to apply it? But when I see the actual pickup, the top pickup guys doing the pickup in the day game, I see the mystery method of game. Yeah, yeah. I mean, mystery method. I mean, he has a lot of great points as well to his method. Mystery method, you guys don't know. That was like old school pickup back in the day, like early 2000s, where mystery was teaching a lot of canned material just to memorize stuff. And I'm not completely against that. It's okay to have like a default opener in your head in case you forget, in case you know, in case you don't have anything to say. It's you should have like a default opener that you could go to. But other than that, yeah, it was just a little too complex. You have to go through the A1, A2, A3, and then he had the C1, C2, C3, the comfort building. I get it. I see where he was going with it, but I teach more of a natural type game, even though there's still a formula that you have to follow because there's just a formula to attraction, um, which is those 5 steps I gave away earlier, where you approach the girl, false time constraint, so she doesn't think you're going to be there forever. You build attraction, then you build comfort and rapport, and then you close, right? And the mistake a lot of guys make is they jump right into comfort without building attraction. They just jump right into comfort, and they're like, "Oh, what kind of music do you like? Oh, I like that kind of music too. Yeah, have you seen this movie? I've seen that movie. Oh, how many brothers do you have? Oh, I have 2 brothers too." They jump into that, and then they get friend zoned, or the girls will give them their number, and then she'll never respond. So what I teach my students is you need to build attraction before you build comfort and rapport. So I forbid students from like jumping into comfort before building attraction first, right? And the way to build attraction is simply through negging. Negging the girl, making her qualify herself to you, demonstrating authority above her world. Just some old school tactics that still work. But yeah, I mean, creating attraction out of thin air. I mean, there's a method to the madness, and you just have to follow those steps. But for the most part, it's pretty natural. Um, it's just about being your highest version value self. Okay. How to approach these women with COVID masks, looking nervous or always in a hurry? I haven't had a problem. I just ask them pull down the mask. I'll stop the girl, and be like, hey, real quick, not to be weird, but can you pull your mask down real quick? You have like such pretty eyes, if I'm just going direct on the girl. In other cases, I'll open her indirectly and get her to pull down the mask. But that's something I need her to do right away because I mean, you could end up sitting there talking to her for half an hour and then she pulls the mask down and you're like, ugh, and this happened to me. I was in Reno like a month ago, and I think I told this story on my last live stream. I was talking to this chick. She was like a cocktail waitress there. Just, I mean, she looked gorgeous, right? She was tall. She had, nice body, night, beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, and her mask was only covered to here. So I'm like, oh, she's got to be hot. So I was like sitting there talking to her for almost an hour, and then finally, like, oh yeah, yeah, she didn't want to pull down her mask because she was like, no, my boss sees me, I'll get in a lot of trouble. I'm like, and then finally, towards the end of her shift, she was like, okay, pulled down her mask, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, it's nice meeting you, and maybe I'll be in here again. And she was like, oh, wait, do you want my number or something? And I'm like, ah, yeah, sure. And obviously I never called her, but I was like, oh my God, I burned an hour of my time. And I was really sleepy that night too. And I stayed to just keep talking to her. And yeah, so yeah, you got to ask her to pull these masks down, man. You just never know. So many of these girls, like, look hot with the mask on, and they're just not. Solid wisdom. M, you rock. You taught me a lot. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Okay. Solid wisdom. You ever feel lonely when women aren't around you? Absolutely not. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That's the thing you need to conquer is your loneliness before you get into a relationship. Because I have a lot of guys, like who will be like, "Em, when are you gonna get married so you won't be alone?" I'm like, "Are you serious, dude? Like, who's gonna take care of you when you're older? You need to have kids for that." And I'm like, "No, that's no guarantee your kids, just because you have kids, that's not a guarantee that those kids are gonna take care of you when you're older, or they're not gonna hate you, right?" But yeah, you have to overcome those things on your own. That way, when you do get in a relationship, you won't be codependent and like on the girl. You won't be on the girl for to feel complete. Like in that movie Jerry Maguire, where he was like, "You complete me." Most blue pill line ever. I love Tom Cruise, by the way, but I was like, man, that line's blue pill. Okay, Joel Latchin. I just texted your people, Matt, for those books. Awesome, and they will respond to you. Okay. I think I might have to plug my phone in. I'm down to 15%. Mm, okay. My experience. How long are you in pickup now? Shoot. I mean, technically, really, technically, since I started going to clubs, I started sneaking into clubs when I was in high school. So we're talking like late 80s. I've been around that long. I was like 16 years old and sneaking into the Palladium in San Francisco. That was my first experience doing pickup and game. And that's when I was like, I noticed right away. I remember when I first started clubbing, I noticed right away that the guys there who were much older than me, they were like probably in their early 20s, but they seemed older than me. I noticed they were intimidated. They were intimidated to talk to girls, and I was like 16. I was just happy that I snuck into the club. So I was talking to all the girls in the club, and I was brave about it. It just never bothered me, and I noticed I'm like, this is pretty fun. So pretty much all my entire life. Okay. Cobra Kai never dies. Olivier Masia. Yeah. Love your voice and all your videos and your great advices. I'm gonna look for that shirt. I didn't even realize I'm wearing my Cobra Kai shirt, guys. Cobra Kai. Actually, at the back of my shirt, I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I could like show you the back of it. It does say Cobra Kai never dies. Yeah, the back of my shirt says Cobra Kai never dies, but I wear this shirt to sleep, so because it's kind of cold right now. Usually, I don't wear a shirt to sleep, but it's pretty cold out here. Um, uh, okay. Ray Channel, his his support team is on point. Had trouble downloading a file, and they made sure I got it. Yeah, I have a really good team, guys. I really screen the people I hire, very very well. I mean, I choose like my candidates out of hundreds to get the best candidates I can, because for me, like, customer service is so important. And I really hate it when I get bad customer service anywhere, even if it's fast food, right? Even if it's fast food, even like a McDonald's, right? The customer service there sucks. This is why I don't go to fast food anymore. I don't go to McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Wendy's. I mean, the food's okay, but the service is just horrible. They always get your order wrong. They're rude. They're just not friendly. I'm like, okay, I don't need this in my life anymore. So I mean, it's like customer service is everything. So the people I hire, they're trained, and I have a manager who is like a really good trainer, and he's like all about like, hey, every time you interact with one of the 33 secret subscribers, followers, customers who bought a product, you have to understand every single message, every single email is a branding opportunity. They're interacting with our brand, and we want our brand to, to be customer service, customer oriented, and all this. And so, yeah, I mean, yeah, we have a great staff, so I can't complain. Obviously, I pay them more than what a normal customer service agent would make, also, just because I want the best candidates and I want them to stay. I don't want them to look for other jobs and be like, oh, I could make more here. I keep my employees happy. That way they're happy, and then they keep you happy. So, yeah, we've got a great team. We have got a great team, and I'm pretty pleased with them. Also, too, when this COVID thing happened, I pretty much guaranteed all their jobs, because a lot of them are married and their spouses lost their jobs. So and then they were worried. They were like, "Oh my gosh, is M gonna let us go through COVID?" And I said no, and I sent out a mass email, and I'm like, "I guarantee all your jobs. We'll be fine." You know, I mean, I was no fortune teller, but I was like, okay, if it has to come out of my bank account, my savings account, I'll float everybody until this is over. Uh, all right, let's see here. Uh, I'm gonna have to plug in my phone in a sec. John Prike, this dude is legit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Uh, Mr. Beasta, my girlfriend doesn't value me enough. What can I do? Uh, you need to back off. You need remember, you have to go back to the basics of building attraction. It's push pull. Right now, you're pushing too much. You're not giving her room to chase. So you have to give her an opportunity to chase you. Uh, why don't you show uncut infields? I do. It's in my program. Are you in my program? It's in my program. And a lot of it too, if you want me to, like, I mean, literally, if you want to watch like a full uncut infield, it's pretty boring. It's pretty boring. There's just a lot of fluff talk. There's just, I mean, yeah, it's pretty boring. So we try to like just keep it interesting. It's kind of like a movie, right? They have to snip it down to keep it entertaining. And obviously, when it comes to YouTube, if you're talking about the ones that I have on YouTube, we're trying to keep you on the video. So because the way the YouTube algorithm works is the longer your viewers stay on the video, the more the algorithm will work in your favor. So if I was to upload like a full uncut infield, you're looking at a 45-minute video, maybe even an hour and a half video, right? If I get the girl to leave with me, you're talking about an hour and a half. And a lot of it's fluff talk. A lot of it is just sitting there with that uncomfortable silence, and a lot of it's that. So that's all you would be watching, and then you would just be like bouncing around it, click off, or go right to the end. You wouldn't watch the whole thing. Smoke Dragon, I just met you. Where'd you meet me? Uh, okay. Talk about moving in. Moving in where? Okay, let's see. Super Jet. Okay, B-Boy, Noomba, Juan with the $5 super chat. So exactly which kind of motorcycle do you plan to get and why? Um, I will probably get another Kawasaki Ninja, if not another Suzuki. Those are just my favorite bikes. I like the way they ride. You know whose bike I really like is the one that was. Oh, actually, no, no. You know what I want to get? I'm probably gonna get a Yamaha. I think it's like the R. Is it the R1? The R1. I like the look of that. So either that one or the one that Tom Cruise is rolling around in Top Gun 2. That one I really like. I think that one's yeah, I think that one's the latest Ninja. But that would be the one that I'd be looking at. All right. Insta Patriot. How do you seriously red pill a far left feminist? It's pretty hard, man. It's pretty hard because they're just living in their own delusional bubble. I mean, it's just it's almost impossible, right? Because it's just you can't really. It's like talking to a crazy person and convincing them that they're crazy. They're not going to believe you. So yeah, that's a tough one. Is it a family member, or is it somebody you're dating? Um, because you could hit this person with facts all day long, right? You could hit them with literal facts and statistics all day long, and they'll still be like, but, and it's like, no, here are the facts. There's no buts. No, 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 but, yeah, it's not really facts because, but, it's, you just can't, it's like, you're gonna just go insane. You're gonna go crazy. Personally, I wouldn't even bother. I'd just be like, okay, those are your beliefs. I don't believe in that, and move along. All right, the Tim 154711. Is it bad to ask a girl what type of guy she likes? No, you could ask her that. Like, hey, what type of guys are you into? Okay, and I sometimes I'll ask girls that to set them up to ask me that so that I can neg them, right? So I'll be like, oh, what type of guys are you into? It's like, oh, I like guys like this, dark hair and you know, good personality, whatever. And then she'll be like, what about you? And then whatever she is, I'll say the opposite. So if she's blonde and not that tall, I'll be like, oh, I love brunettes. I love girls who are tall. She's got to be at least 5'9". So I'll say things that are like the opposite of her. If she has like green eyes, I'll be like, I love girls with blue eyes. Oh my god, oh, could do blue eyes all day long, right? And she'll be like, shit, I don't have blue eyes. So I'm disqualifying myself at the same time as a potential suitor. So that's, yeah, you could ask her that and then just roll it into a neg. That's pretty much what I do. Okay, I'm going to plug this phone in. See if I could get more battery power out of this. Let's see here. Oh wait, wrong cord. All right, let me grab this. Okay, who is not yet following me on Instagram, by the way? Make sure you follow me on the IG. I'm at Matt Cross Official. Posting all my stories from Vegas and hold on here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. All right, there we go. Now it's plugged in. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't die. If my phone dies, guys, I apologize. We've been on the live chat for almost an hour and a half. Let's see. Let me get back to some questions. King Khan, wouldn't you end up living in an old age home if you have no family? Why are you scared of marriage? So first of all, I would not end up living in an old age home because financially, I'm doing well, put it that way. I can hire doctors. I can hire a full staff to be around me 24/7. And yes, I've thought about that. Worst case scenario, financially, I could live in luxury till the very end and just have a full staff of doctors taking care of me. And that's why I advise you guys to be on your grind, to be on your path and purpose, to make as much money as you can while you can, because there'll be one day where you can't do that. You just won't have the energy to get up and grind, and you'll just want to sit around, and that's okay. And you'll start to have health problems. We all will. We're all going to be there one day. No, nobody can escape that. And if you have the financial resources, as long as you pounded the pavement when you were young, you have the financial resources to have a staff of doctors take care of you, to get the best care in the world. I mean, even for my dogs, Cash and Gizmo, they have the best veterinarians in California who I bring them to. They get the best care. Cash, he lost his ability to walk. I mean, I have the best doctor, the best neurologist in Southern California. He does like Will Smith's dog and Master P and a lot of these other Hollywood celebrities and sports figures and pro athletes, and that's Cash's doctor. So you get, and obviously, when I get to that point too, I'll have the best doctors around me too. So that's easily fixable. As for your second question, why are you scared of marriage? Who told you I'm scared of marriage? I'm not scared of marriage. Where did you get that idea? That's an assumption, and it's not correct. Not correct at all. I've had plenty of opportunity to get married, and I've never been against marriage. I'm like, if that's the route you want to go, I have a lot of students who wanted to get married, and I helped them do that. And they're happily married right now. They're not in these beta type marriages where the wife is like totally on him, like busting his balls. I mean, they're in marriages that are where they have the respect of their wives. And at some point in the future, if I choose to go down that path, I'll do it. Right? I have nothing against it. But at this point, like right now, the reason why I wouldn't get married is the same reason why I don't want a girlfriend. It's the same reason I don't want an LTR right now. I'm too busy grinding. I'm too busy running my businesses. I'm happy where I am. I'm happy traveling. I don't need, I don't need somebody by my side. And generally, when the guys that do, right, if you're trying to get married because you think you're going to be lonely, you're choosing your partner out of scarcity. You're not choosing out of abundance. And that's the thing you need to solve before you get into any LTR, especially a marriage, is you need to achieve your abundance as a man. You need to achieve that level of abundance where you're okay on your own, you're okay being alone, because when you meet a high value, high caliber girl, she'll, and she's independent too. You won't freak out, and you won't have to worry about her like running off on you. She'll be like, wow, this is a badass independent guy. I don't meet guys like this. I mean, I have a pretty large dating rotation now. So, I mean, I'm like definitely far from like being single, but, I just don't want a girlfriend right now. It's just not the route I want to go. I've had girlfriends in the past. I had like 2 back-to-back 5-year relationships at one point, and both those girls wanted to get married, and I chose not to, because at the time I was like, no, I want to be on my path and purpose. It's very, very difficult to be on your grind, be on your path and purpose, build a successful business, build a successful career when you have a girlfriend. The reason why is because girls are huge, huge, huge distractions. Okay, they're huge distractions. So, and if you think you need a girl as a crutch to like be your mommy while you be on your grind, you haven't achieved your abundance yet. You have to be able to do that stuff on your own, without a girl, without anybody but yourself. You have to go monk mode for a little while. And you have to solve this. That way, when you do solve it and you achieve your abundance as a man, when you meet a partner and you decide you want to get married, you'll be doing it out of a place of abundance and not scarcity. So at some point in the future, I could choose any one of the girls I'm dating now to go the distance with, and I might do that. I might, because you can't do pickup. I'm not going to be like 80 years old in the club, but I could still do it now for at least another decade, and I'm going to ride it out. All right. So this is why I don't want a girlfriend right now. I don't want to I don't want to be in a marriage. I want to ride this out for all it's worth. Because even if you get married, say you get married in your 60s, right? You live till you're 90, 70, 80, 90. That's 30 years. You have 30 years with that person. That's plenty of time. That's plenty of time. And the thing is too, if I get married, I'm only going to do it once. I'm not going to do this like, oh, I'm divorced, third divorce. No, if I got married, it would only be one time, and I would not involve the state. I would have a private ceremony, and that's the way I do it. Kind of like in Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, right? How Anakin got married. I would do it like that, just private ceremony, a few people, and not involve the state. But yeah, not scared of marriage, man. I just, it's just not what I'm interested in doing right now. All right, Ray Channel with a $5 super chat. Do you recommend most of extra money in index funds and individual stocks, or think gold because dollar is going down in value? You could put a little bit of money, a little bit of your money in gold. I wouldn't put a whole lot in gold, right now, just because the values fluctuate. You could put a little bit of money in gold. I mean, you could put a little bit of money in crypto too, if you want to hedge your bets against the value of the dollar. But I have a good chunk of change of my own money in dividend stocks because they pay, pretty good dividend, like per month, way more than the banks pay. I mean, the dividend stocks I'm holding now are averaging over 7%, 7 to 8% interest on my money versus the banks, right? Whether the bank's paying like 0.005%, that's pathetic. Yeah, one thing I wouldn't do with that money right now is buy a house. So yeah, hold off on real estate because we don't know what's going to happen with the economy right now. Um, yeah, because I was like ready to buy like a house, like a whole like bigger house with like a four-car garage this time for my DeLorean, the Corvette, and my other cars. And I was gonna buy another one too, but I like then the COVID thing happened, and I was like, okay, now the market's gonna start tanking pretty soon. So I'm just holding off to see what happens. Solid wisdom. What if you don't run a business and every day is the same? Marrying is a good idea. If that's what you want to do, then yeah, sure. I mean, if it sounds like that's what you want to do. So, I mean, yeah, you're obviously not every man is in the same place, right? So, I'm in a different lifestyle, so I don't recommend this for everybody. I mean, I'm always on the road. I'm always traveling. I'm just coming and going all the time. And if you're going to get married, it's really not fair to your partner or your girlfriend. This is why I don't want to be in a relationship with anybody, because I don't want that responsibility of having to be home at a certain time, having to go, like just like the responsibility of like being in love. There's a lot of responsibility of that. Whereas I like to come and go as I please. I want to just jump on a plane when I want to. I don't want to. I don't like answering to anybody. I don't like being like, "Oh, honey, I'm not living in my parents' house, or I'm not under my parents' rule where I'm like, oh, can I go here?" But it just depends what you're looking for, man. I mean, if you want to get married, then yeah, do that. And you feel like that's going to make your life better, then yeah. But just don't do it from a place of scarcity. All right, guys, I'm down to 1% on my phone. I don't even know if I could switch to my computer. Let me see if I could switch on here, but I don't think I could. I don't think it's going to let me do it on my laptop. But yeah, if this dies out, I appreciated you guys coming on and being part of my live stream. Um, Alex B, I don't think M looks at other coaching YouTubers. I don't. I'm just too focused on myself. I've said that so many times. I'm so focused on myself and my own business and businesses. I don't really watch other people's channels. And as much as they think I do, I don't. Um, I told you guys, I'm straight up with what I watch. I just watch car channels. Hoovy's Garage. I love Hoovy's Garage. Doug DeMuro. Um, yeah, that's what I watch. Uh, uh, uh. Oh, financial education. Jeremy, he does stocks. I actually just talked to Jeremy from financial education on IG. I was trying to bring him on my other channel to do an interview because I was out here in Vegas. He lives in Vegas. I'm like, Jeremy, let's do a video about stocks. And he was like, dude, I'm so busy this week, and can we reschedule? And I'm like, no, because I'm probably not going to stay in Vegas much longer. I already been in Vegas now. This is like my third week. Anthony Snow, are you Filipino? Oh, what do you think about MGTOW? Alan Lemos. Okay, and we are back. Okay, man, I think I'm on my computer. Let me shut this down here. Funny. Okay. All right, you guys who are just joining us, we had a little bit of break while I charged my battery for a second. Yeah, I was getting a little too ran out of battery power basically, so all right. Okay. All right. Okay, back to the top chat. Here we go. What's up, 33? What's up, Lucas? Um, we are live. That's right, Lewis. Alpha, Hernandez, Omega. We are live, my man. Much better camera? Good. Okay. Oh, what do you think about Ross Jeffries? Whatever happened to him? Yeah, I remember him a long, long time ago. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Ross Jeffries. Showtime. Let's see if there's anything else here answered. Dobie SG, we have a hater in the comments. Why are you so gross and perving on younger girls? You look too old to be trying it on with 20 somethings. So there's a reason why they're going for me, don't you think? So apparently they don't think I'm gross, obviously, but yeah, I do pretty well. So why are you on the dating channel? If you hate my stuff, why do you hate? Why are you here? So Dobie SG, everybody answer. Perving on younger girls. Oh my gosh, what a hater. Actually, my girl's with me right now. I had to send her out because she left her jacket at the Mirage. But this is my girl stuff over here, as you can see. She's got her bra and everything else. And here is my stuff over here. And yeah, so she is not in her 20s. She's 19. Okay. Well, let's see. Power bank, yeah. The battery of a phone, yeah, I'm at 10% right now. You're welcome. Snowy Puppy, Matt, can you have a vid of your workout in the gym sometime? Do you do bench presses? Not so much anymore. I just do push-ups. It's just I used to bench before, and I don't really like to bench anymore. But yeah, these days I just do push-ups. King Khan, you don't look old, man. Thank you very much. My girl doesn't think so either. She's 19. I tell you guys, it's just the haters online. The only people who've ever said anything are just the haters online. So my girl's 19. She can't even gamble. So we go down to the casino. She can't even gamble. Um, but yeah, we've been dating for a while, and we go everywhere together. Never has a single person ever been like, you know what? Who is this guy? Is this guy your dad? No. Everybody's been like, oh my God, you guys are so adorable. You guys are so cute. Yeah, so. Mm-mm. No, but she wanted to, I don't know if that was a she or he who was in the comments asking, like, why are you perving out on younger girls? Because I can, put it that way. Because I can. Just like if you were to ask me, like, why are you always in Vegas staying for a month at a time? Because I can. Why are you traveling the world? Why are you buying DeLoreans and Lambos? Because I can. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, and if it's a guy who hates, it's because he can't do the same. He can't do the same. Speaking of which, there comes my girl right now. Did you get your jacket?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yep.
Okay.
Security had it.
Good. All right. So, lesson learned: do not leave your jacket in the casino. Right?
Especially not on a Saturday night.
Huh? Especially out on a Saturday night. Okay. How do you feel about dating a perv? Like old man perv.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm gonna go for a no on that one.
No?
Absolutely not. They have to be within my age range.
All right, all right, all right. So that's basically a yes. She's trolling. Yeah, I like show her like my hater comments from time to time, and we like troll people.
Oh, you meant you? I didn't know you were a perv until after I met you.
Oh, now you know.
Right.
All right. You'll have to learn the hard way. All right. Well, don't get naked. I'm on my live. I'm on a live stream, so you have to like.
Only-
I'm turning this way because my girl's undressing right now. Super hot, big boobs, totally undressing, on the right side. Sleeps naked because it's even though it's cold. I have to turn on the heater. I know. It's a creepy old man checking her out. Took me to dinner tonight to House of Blues, right?
True.
She paid for it.
Only because you brought me to Vegas.
There you go. That's right, because I brought her to Vegas. Okay, so she's just gonna sit there naked. Golly, man.
I don't think you're gonna put the camera over here.
No, I won't. Well, not if you're gonna not put clothes on. Okay, how much time do I have? Okay, I've gotten down to 7% again. Okay, Jim. So I'm gonna continue my live stream. But you just gonna okay, just gonna watch your show.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
Okay, she's just watching her show. All right. But I was just telling him, I'm like, yeah, we look pretty good together. Like hot, 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 hot. The creepy old man. All right, Jim, Costopoulos. Matt, are you pro-vaccine? No, no, don't inject that. Don't. Oh man, watch me get flagged now for saying that. I'm not gonna inject that into my body, man. You don't know what's in that. I mean, watch like people taking this, and then like 3 years from now, everyone's dropping like flies, and we'll be like, hey, we're still alive. Nice Cobra Kai tea. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I love it too. Midnight Rider, hey Matt, any advice for us lost at sea on square zero? Not jealous. Love your channel. Yeah, just start going out. You just got to start getting out there, right? You got to start meeting people. Get off the dating apps. Just start going out, right? You have to start going out. I met my girl in person. That's how you got to do it, right? You got to do it. Um, where did I meet you? Palo Alto?
Yep,
Yep. In
at a bar.
a bar.
Sports bar.
Sports bar. It was
Not a
sports
club.
bar. Not a club. It was a sports bar. Okay. Now she's playing mom to Cash and Gizmo. This young little girl playing mom to Cash and Gizmo, and me sometimes. Actually, tonight she just bought me dinner. Uh, Matt, what would you say is your average viewer's age? It varies. I have guys as young as high school. I think the youngest was middle school that have messaged me. Guys in middle school have messaged me. And the oldest are guys in probably, I've had guys as old as almost like in their late 70s. But average, yeah, it's hard to say. I was like 20s, 30s, 40s, I would say is the average. I think, yeah, it is 20s, 30s, and 40s according to the YouTube analytics. Solid Wisdom, she had a different hotel. No, she doesn't stay. She stays in my hotel. Well, obviously her bags are here. Why would she stay at a different hotel? Solid, yeah, 19 perfectly fine. Legal age is 18. Exactly. Ex-wife was 18 when I met her online. Where's your girl? At, by the way. Oh, okay. Was that earlier before she came in? Yeah. Okay, so she's here now. No, she's naked, guys. No. Nice Cobra Kai tea. Yep, yep, yep. Age of consent is 18. That's exactly right. Actually, it's younger in Texas. It's 17. And in Sweden, I believe it's 16. Right? Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Rodrigo, yep, 18. Okay, let me see if I have any super chats, guys. I want to make sure I answer people's questions if they sent me a super chat. Did you get any more food?
No, that's what I was checking for snacks.
You're checking for snacks? We ate like 3 times today. Why are you checking for snacks?
I have a high metabolism.
Yeah. Let's see. So exactly which kind of motor? Okay, I think I answered that. Anthony with the $5 super chat. Recommendations for approaching at the beach, especially if just out by yourself. The beach seems especially challenging. Depends where. Yeah, beaches are fine. I mean, especially in LA, it's just you could just walk along all day long and girls in their bikinis. They're probably not wearing. That's probably the only place they're not wearing masks, right? Is on the beach, and you just walk by, and it's just like any approach. You know, especially if you have a nice body, even better. And if you don't, wear a shirt. But it's the same. It's the same type of what I teach you guys in my programs how to approach. Same 5 steps: open, false time constraint, build attraction, build comfort, close. That's it. That's all you have to do. Same thing. Caleb, Ella, LW, $5 super chat. When you get older, how do you avoid being that creepy old man with girls? It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Okay. All that stuff is always going to be in your head. And, you know, again, it comes from your mindset, right? So it's all, you know, part of your mindset. And then the more reference experiences you have, the more it's just going to seem normal to you, right? I mean, for me, it's just normal, right? It's just like, those are my reference experiences in my head. It's like, okay, this is just usually what I date, so this is my reality. So this is why, like, even when I get like haters or like dropping comments, like we were talking earlier, like, oh, creepy old man, creepy old man. It doesn't register because my reference experience is my reality is completely opposite of, any like what's in their head, you know. So it just doesn't register because what they're trying to do is like put you in your head, but it doesn't register because it's like this is my reality. This is what I've experienced. This is my girl right here. What do you want? This is what we do. So yeah, it all comes from your mindset. I mean, I have guys who are literally like not even 25. Like I've had guys who are like 23, 24 going, "Oh my gosh, this girl's 21. She's so much younger. I feel like a creepy old man." I'm like, "Dude, you're 24 years old. What are you talking about?" So it's all in your head. Okay, DK Borelli with a $10 super chat. What are some good ways to mirror a woman's actions in person if she is being extremely cold when you do an approach, negs, etc.? It's right. Oh, okay. If she's being cold to you, um, then yeah, you don't want to mirror her actions. You just want to start throwing it back at her, or calling her out on it. It's like, hey, girl, why are you so cold? What did I do to you? You want to start playing with her. You want to start teasing her. You want to get her to crack a smile, right? You want to get her to crack a smile and be like, what did I say? What did I do? Right? I was just sitting here trying to talk to you. What? And then get her to start investing. Because if she's being cold like that, that means her guard is just like way up, right? Her guard's way up, and you got to bring her guard down. Nothing will bring a girl's guard down faster than a little bit of humor, a little bit of charisma, right? A little bit of role play. That will bring her guard down. But yeah, I mean, like I said, most girls are going to be either no girls or maybe girls. You're very rarely going to get those yes girls. All right. But just to add to that, DK, just to add to that, like if you start nagging her and she's being really cold towards you, she might be in a bad mood. So if you nag her, she's going to be even more pissed off. So that's why I usually, if the girl's like that cold and she looks even like a little angry, that's when I'll like back off and go, okay, what's going on? Why are you so mad at me? What'd I do to you? You know, but do it obviously like, with a little smirk and not be serious. Just try to get her to start engaging in your conversation together, because that's really the start of it, right? Once she starts engaging with you, she starts warming up to you, then now you have something to work with. But if she's just cutting you off and she's being cold, you can't work with that until she starts giving you something. She has to give you something. Okay, Ray Channel with a $5 super chat. Do you think most of it is guys thinking they are not worthy and shaking? When if you're like, hi, my name is, where are you from? Be funny, don't shake. Yeah, see, so that comes from just gaining more reference experience. If you're feeling that nervousness, if you're feeling intimidated, if you're not able to be your normal self around her, that's when you just need to go out more. You need to get more reference experience. Until you get to the point, this is how you know you're getting good and you're mastering the game, is when you can walk up to girls who are super attractive, very hot, very attractive, very gorgeous, and not feel any need whatsoever to qualify yourself to them, to validate yourself to them, to brag, I mean, really to do anything, but to just be normal, right? No shaking, no like flinching in your eyes, no nervous tendencies, no fidgeting. You're just normal. Like you would just if you were talking to a friend that you've known for years, right? You wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous around. No, you'd be like, ah, I know this guy. You would just be kicking back. You would be able to be your normal self. This is why I tell guys like, the best pickups you'll ever do are pickups where it won't even look like a pickup. It'll just look like two people are talking. It'll look like a conversation's going on. It won't look like all this flash and dash type of stuff. When you reach like a level of mastery, like if you see my pickups, they're not like that. They're just very like, whoa, it seems like he knows her already. Whereas back in the day, I did a lot of flashy stuff. But once you become like, you reach this level of advancedness of mastery, you'll just be able to be your normal self, and it won't be a whole lot of like, you won't even need to exert that much effort. Speaking of which, live again. All right, we're back. Yeah, okay, so I have this portable charger here. It's kind of like a fast charge, so it gave me like another 15. Well, yeah, we'll probably just do this, wrap it up now. So we'll do this for another 10 minutes and then my phone will probably die again. But I got this RAV Power battery charger that charges charges my phone. So we'll see how long this lasts. Anyway, yeah, Rahu VV, feel bad for Trump. Yeah, man, no matter what side you're on, it's crazy how you see the mainstream totally just attacking him now and totally coming after him. I mean, yeah, they're going to do anything they can to make sure he doesn't get back into office. So you even see like a lot of Republicans turning on him too. And I mean, they're all part of the establishment, right? They're all just part of the establishment. All right, age of consent in Vegas is 16. No, it's not. It's like 18 still. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. David Polk. Why the 33 in your title? M is your name and the 13th letter? Really? I've already explained this. I'm just gonna have to put out a bulletin. 33 Secrets is named after my flagship program, The 33 Secrets to Dating Beautiful Women. That's it. That's all it is. Kind of rude for Matt to point his finger at all of us. Matt, isn't it dangerous if you talk about game in front of your girl because now she will know all your tactics of game, right? She knows what I do. So, remember when you Googled me? So after I met my girl, right? But she was very standoffish when I first met her. Kind of shit tested me, which I didn't appreciate, but I threw it back as I teach you to do. But anyway, she what was I just saying?
That I Googled you.
Oh, she Googled me. That's right. Yeah. So the old man memory is starting to go. I have to rely on her younger, much younger mind to keep me afloat. Anyway, she Googled me and she was like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Right? Did you freak out?
I tried to dump you outside of a karaoke bar.
She tried to dump me after she saw it, but obviously I was like, "No, you don't understand." That was like a while ago.
I really like you.
It's like, I really like you. That was like a year ago. So yeah, here we are in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
In Vegas
Again.
with your creepy old man. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, again, how many times have I taken you to Vegas with me? More than a few times.
3?
Yeah, no, 3? Yeah, I guess it was 3. But I came out here without you too. I came out here and then I just came by myself and then I met up with my friend Jared, who's my wing. Yeah. And so yeah, I went out with my buddy Jared. Well, I just came up by myself. So I'll do that a lot too. I'll just like come by myself and then I'll invite my wings or I'll just come and hang out by myself. I don't really need yeah, I don't need to be anybody with anybody, neither should you. It should just be like the icing on the cake. Let's see. Let's see. Reno sucks. I say Reno sucks. Yeah. How's your dog, Andrew Dempsey? I just showed my dog a second ago. Why is the phone freezing? Okay, now it's like freezing. Okay, hopefully it's not the internet connection. Let me see.
It was the internet
No, I'm on my own. I'm on my own device. Is it frozen right now, guys? I bet you $1,000 the age of consent is 16, Nevada. What's the age of consent in Nevada?
18.
18?
I think it's
Okay.
18 everywhere in the States.
No, Texas is 17. Okay. Titanium training, because she's on my Instagram. Yeah. Am I frozen, guys? Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, hold on one sec. Let me restart my device, guys. Hold on, I'm gonna restart this. All right, here we go. I don't know why it froze. I think it's because my girl's using the. Are you using the hotel?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not on the hotel Wi-Fi. I'm on my network, so that's weird. But um, media hits hotel hooker. No way, man. You don't want to use hookers. That's insane. That's crazy. Unless you want to get an STD. Yeah, I'd rather play roulette with that money. But yeah, titanium training. Because of the nature of my content and the polarization of it, um, if anybody gets affected, it's only me. So like throwing my girl on here, which as much as I'd love to, is especially with all the censorship going on right now, it would not be good. But we'll probably do more IG stories together. We'll see how the cancel culture blows over the next couple of months, because I have to be careful too with even content that I upload right now. So we'll see what happens. Matt, how are you a Catholic if, dude, it's freezing again? See, I think I have to go by this window. Why does this thing keep freezing? Yeah, I think it's freezing because you're using that.
I was using it before, it was fine.
Internet. The Red Roof isn't known for Wi-Fi, bruh. The Red Roof? What's a Red Roof Inn? Not at the Red Roof Inn, dildo. Red Roof Inn have a view of the high roller view? No, dude. Man, this window's freaking cold. All right. Now McDonald's Wi-Fi. Shit. If there was a McDonald's around here, I'd jump on it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's titanium tracing. It's freezing because she's using the device. Exactly. I told you.
I turned it off.
You still using it?
Oh, I'm using the device, but I turned the Wi-Fi off.
Okay, yeah, I'll turn it off for a second. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on this for a little bit. Are you cold?
I'm good.
I'm gonna turn on the heater. I'm a little cold, man. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? All right, let me see how much time I got. Okay, so I got like less than 10 minutes. MK, that's because she sees that. Oh, let's see. Tinfoil hat off and what are you talking about? Trying to look see if there are any more questions. Titanium training, rotation. No, she was on the Wi-Fi. I just told her to get off. So, yeah, see, now it's working. Titanium training, yeah, put her on cam. No, not right now. I will, though. I will. Don't worry, I will. Um, oh, how'd that job go? Yeah, I'm like waiting for her to get her job first. Did you get the job?
Which job?
The one that you were interviewing for.
No, I don't have a job currently.
Huh?
Not currently.
All right, let's see your woman. Put her on camera. She's naked, dildo. Titanium training. Yeah, put her on camera. She's naked, dude. Red Pill Mike, looks like you are back. Yeah, I'm on for a little bit. I've got 10% battery life here. Let's just show her from the head up. Go to my IG. She's on my IG. Right? Yeah, we have a photo there. I like Mackin. Hi, share your views on dating same-age women. Let's see. Okay, El Toro. Who's in Nevada? What's the age of consent in Nevada? I'll take your word for it. I mean, if you say so.
16.
Is it 16?
I looked it up.
Oh, is it? Okay, you're right. El Toro's right. The age of consent in Nevada is 16. Does that mean you're an adult at 16?
I don't know if it means you're an adult. I think it's just.
Man, so this whole time, I could have met you. Could have met you out here at 16. She was only 16. Only 16. Oh, then you'd have to take me to your prom. Take me to your high school prom.
You would have been too old for me.
Oh, did you hear that? Too old. Too old. Creepy old man. Titanium training. When are we gonna see you hit some deadlifts? Probably when I come to Mini. When I have a competition, do some deadlifts. You glitched out. Oh, that's right. Okay, so Arion, you asked about my ring. That ring's not a pentagram. That ring I bought on, I don't know what that ring is, to be honest with you. It's just a cool ring. It doesn't have any meaning for me. And you're not, I mean, even with that, you're not supposed to, it says in the Bible, you're not supposed to have like idolatry and all that. So, I mean, to me, that's just a novelty piece. But I got that in, where did I get that ring? 3rd Street Promenade. It was off of a street vendor. Yeah, I don't put much meaning on stuff like that. That's it. Give her the eye. Talking to you, woman. Like that. It's teasing.
Give me the eye.
Yeah. Titanium training, when you proposing? I should ask you when you're proposing, right? I should be asking you. My buddy Tyler, he follows me on IG. Titanium training, follow him at Natty Pro. Isn't Natty Pro? Is that your IG? Follow this guy at Natty Pro. Okay, Sebastian Luciano with a $5 super chat. Hi, first time home buyer, 27 and work nights, make 600 a week and 40 saved up. What do you think would be first, home, condo, house, or duplex? It really depends on your situation. If you're going to have tenants living there and you want to make some income on the side, then get a multifamily, which is basically a duplex, right? But if it's just going to be you and you don't plan on moving anybody else in there, you could move into a condo. It'll be a lot cheaper. You'll have a nicer view. You won't have to worry about like mowing your lawn and doing like the chores of owning a house. But you're gonna have to pay HOA fees, and and you have to be careful with HOA because a lot of times the HOA are full of idiots, and you have to deal with them. So personally, I'm not gonna buy another condo again. I'm just gonna buy a house without an HOA, preferably where they can't like lay down the law on you if you try to like bring in tenants or anything like that. So that's what I would do, but it really depends on your situation. Obviously, a condo is going to be cheaper too, but again, you're going to have to be paying that HOA for the rest I mean, for as long as you own it. And the HOA fee, the thing about that is it never goes down. It only goes up. That's why I don't like HOAs. I mean, the good part about HOAs is they take care of the lawn. You know, you don't have to do any of the landscaping because that's a pain in the ass. But you could always hire somebody to do that if you have a house. Brian Babians, I am in shape and 55 and date 20-year-olds. See? Is she blonde or brunette? She is a blonde. You know how I roll. Gotta do the blondes. Blonde hair, blue eyes. That's, yeah. Where are you from? St. Louis, right?
Mhm.
From St. Louis, Missouri originally. Mm. Oh, you got a super chat? Oh, sorry, man. Let me check. Sorry. Let's see. Super chat. Okay, El Toro with a $1.99 super chat. Has a chick ever proposed to you? Yes, a couple of times, few times actually. Um, yeah. I said no. Okay, Luciano, I answered that question. KZ Live, would you with $2 super chat? Would you rather have a big wang or 1 million? I'll take the $1 million, because any of those things you could talk away with good game. You could talk away anything with good game. That's why I tell guys, you talk away your height. You could talk away the fact that you're out of shape, you're fat, you're bald. That can all be talked away with the game. So I'll take the $1 million. Um, Okay, I think I answered all these super chats. All right, so we're down to 6%. All right, guys, we got another 5 minutes left in tonight's program. Titanium training can't game God, though. Of course not. No, why would you want to game God? KZ Live, thanks, man. Joe Q Public, is your girl on OnlyFans? You're not on OnlyFans, are you?
Nope.
Nope. You know what that is? You don't know what OnlyFans is? Yeah. It's where these thoughts like extract money from creepy old men, giving them money to show their boobies and show their young asses and all that other stuff.
I'm not that into online things,
No.
am I?
No, you're not. Yeah, you don't really do social media except for your Facebook, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
LinkedIn as well.
Cool class. You don't want to know how old I am. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. 19. When's your birthday?
March.
March.
You better know.
Yeah. March 20th, right?
No.
Yeah, it was. I took you out on your birthday. What are you talking about?
Yes, you did, and it was not on the 20th.
That's when that COVID stuff first hit. Brian, absolutely. Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's go out one night as wingmen. Okay, Joe Q Public, do you have any children? Just Cash and Gizmo. What stocks go get? King Khan, you have a daughter, right? No. I don't have any kids. Shh, don't tell anybody. No, I don't have any kids. Joss Vasquez, what stocks are hot buys right now in your opinion? I don't like buying growth stocks so much. I like dividend stocks because I just kind of like to set it and forget it. I don't want to have to like watch the stock market every single day. I have better things to do. So with dividend stocks, I just invest, a pile of money into them, collect the dividend, and just not think about it. But obviously there's some hot ones right now. There's like Tesla and other ones that are similar to it. Bitcoin's been taken off, but I'm pretty heavily invested in AT&T and SPY, which is an index fund, but it pays a dividend. But AT&T is one of my favorites because it's a company that's just going to be around forever. And I worked for AT&T. That was a Fortune 100 I worked for And Nick Tony, do you got a favorite movie? Off the top of my head, probably The Saint, 1997 with Val Kilmer, because he was like Catholic in that movie, and he was just kind of like, you know, just roaming around with his laptop, living out of hotels. So I totally dig that. He was trying to make like 50 million or something. Titanium training. Maybe one day I propose to Tay Bay. Where is Tay tonight? Is she there? Is she tuned into the 33 Secrets? Would Tay like to wear a 33 Secrets shirt? Lewis, Alpha, Hernandez, Omega, the claw. I was telling my girl that the claw is the law. Whoosh, whoosh. That's how we do it. I'm going to get a shirt that says the claw. M, the inventor of the claw. Oh, KZ Live, do you still hang out with Chris Angel? You know I'm related to him, right? Didn't know that, did you? KZ Live, how old are you? Oh my God, man, I'm old as dirt. Somebody else said it there. Creepy old man. Yeah, I'm old. Um, Alex B. Damn, y'all thirsty here. Exactly. Just go to the IG, son. That's all you got to do. Nick Toomey. Do you have a favorite show? The only show that I watch that I haven't had time to watch lately is Shark Tank. That's a show that I watch. It's like just full of entrepreneurs, but that's a show I watch. Is Shark Tank. Love Shark Tank. All right, what do we got? We got 3%. Okay, we got a few more minutes here. Ooh, somebody sent me a super chat. Okay, Phil M Stud 2K with the 24.99 super chat. Thank you very much. That's really cool. Being too distant. Reply to text weekly, video chat bi-weekly. Made my LTR girlfriend break up with me. She said she couldn't handle it. I could have made more time. How to balance too much contact with too little. Okay, if she's telling you that, that you didn't make enough time, usually that's an excuse for something else. Okay, because usually girls will chase that. So usually that's an excuse for something else that you might have been doing. But I mean, really, the fine balance is you should be on your grind, you should be on your path and purpose, and she should be supporting you. That should be, I mean, there's really, I mean, that's something that's fair. And if the girl's reasonable, she'll support you. If she's not, if she's selfish and she wants to make it all about her, then she won't. So, the fact that you're saying you replied to text weekly, video chat bi-weekly, that's plenty. That's plenty. So, unless she's like just super needy and super clingy, but even those girls will not leave you under what those circumstances you're describing here. But it's all calibration. What I said a million times, guys. The entire game is calibration. So you have to calibrate depending on what's happening. But obviously, you don't want to live your life to please her. You gotta make sure you please yourself first. And again, whenever I get these kind of comments or these, when students ask me like, "Hey, my girl's, I wasn't paying attention to her and she's saying that's the reason." I'm like, no, there's something else. She's just using that as the reason, and usually it's because she met somebody. So you might want to look into that to see if like, is she talking to somebody else? Is there another guy that she's interested in? Maybe she hasn't cheated yet, but there could be somebody else. And usually that's the case when that happens. Because one, especially if the girl has shiny object syndrome and she's just like hypergamous like that, when she does meet that new guy, she's going to look for reasons to use in your relationship to validate the fact that she's, going to cheat on you or going to leave you. Titanium training, damn, $25 super chat. Yeah. Come on, double down. Have you ever considered growing a handlebar mustache? GOQ public. Yeah, sure, why not, right? Isn't that in right now? Like guys are growing these handlebar. Weren't you just talking about these mustaches?
It's a monkey mustache that I was talking about.
A monkey mustache?
Monkey tail.
A monkey tail. You said you saw that at Mirage? Some dude had that?
No.
You were all attracted to him.
I
I saw it online. A
Oh,
friend said
okay.
it.
Was he much older?
It was a bunch of random dudes with it.
Oh, no shit. Okay, sweet. Okay, Sebastian Luciano with a $5 super chat. How do I get live coaching lessons with you? Is that an option? I want to travel and like in-person gaming. Currently on month 2 of the 33 Secrets program. Oh, that's awesome. I'm honored to have you in my program. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, as for live coaching, obviously with the COVID right now, I'm not supposed to do it. I've taken out a few like private clients. So I've done a little bit of coaching, but right now, like with COVID, everything's shut down anyway. The venues are shut down. So the only thing that would be feasible is like street game, which I'm fine with, but you're not going to be getting your money's worth unless we do night game as well. So I'll let you know once I open that up again. I would also love to do a workshop and have everybody come to the workshop, do like a 1 day thing, and it'll just be like a full straight day of red pill knowledge, and probably do that in Vegas too. So you guys would be able to fly into Vegas, and we do it here because it's so cheap to fly into Vegas, guys. It's just so cheap. It's like dirt cheap to fly in here. All right. No, I don't own a pair of Crocs. DK Borelli, good movie choice. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love The Saint. Val Kilmer, man. Taylor works a lot, and I just got off shift. I'll see her next. Awesome. Tell her I say hello. Winlex, 22. My girlfriend was an 8 when I met her. She's dropped down below average from weight gain. What do? Put her on the treadmill. Of course, give her an ultimatum. Be like, hey, I don't want to be with a fat fuck, right? You got to lose some weight. You got to lose that weight. Jose Vasquez, are you a Mason? Nope. I've answered that so many times. What was the name of the actor in that Alpha movie? Val Kilmer. That NFL dude pulled a claw on you. Yeah, he did. He clawed between us, man. I was like, hey, dude, somebody's like clawing somebody. Clawed the girl away. His girlfriend. Okay, looks like my phone's gonna die again, man. I'll try to get this before my phone dies. DK Borelli, being from Michigan, how will it work out for joining your program? By the way, I do appreciate your content every day. Thank you very much. Keep up the awareness, the awesomeness. Being from Michigan, how will it work out for joining your program? Thank your retort. No, good for him. I remember Aaron, right? Yeah, is his name Aaron? Aaron, because he jumped on YouTube around the same time that I did with my first channel back in 2008. He was on there already, and I remember messaging with him back then, and he didn't really have that many subscribers. I actually had more subscribers than him during that time with my first pickup channel, and he was doing a little bit of pickup too at that time. Then he kind of just pivoted over to like men's fashion, which is funny, and then all of a sudden he's on Shark Tank. Right, but yeah, that was hilarious. He was trying to sell his program with the shirt and all that. That was funny. Okay. Okay, DK Borelli with the $5 super chat. Being from Michigan, how will it work out for joining your program? Uh, so, yeah, I mean, yeah, you just join, right? You just join, and it's it's online, so you'll get the coaching videos delivered to you every month, every 30 days. It will unlock, and then you'll be able to watch them from wherever you are. So, yeah, it's real easy. That's the best way to do it right now, especially with COVID. It's the best way to do it. What are you looking for?
Water.
Oh, are you taking my water again? Oh,
You took one of mine earlier.
I did not. I took the small water that I got from the casino. Hey, every time I bring water up, she totally like snags it. DK Borelli, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can a mixed race relationship work out well? I'm not saying two people living in the same country. I'm saying like a French guy on a trip to US and falls in love with an American girl. Yeah, that could work out. Yeah, one of my wingmen was French, and he married some girl who was like from she was from Spain or something. Yeah, yeah, she was from Spain. So, and yeah, two big cultural differences. But yeah, I mean, it could work out as long as your values and your beliefs are the same, right? Because you could easily marry somebody from your country and you don't have the same values, you don't have the same beliefs, and that won't work, even though you're from the same culture. So you have to have the same values and beliefs. That's where it all starts. Okay, unknown light. I am 17 and in high school, and I see all the dudes going for girls. Is it that they are being a simp, or should I do the same? No, I mean, what makes you a simp is how you go about that. Because most guys, the way they go about it is by supplicating to the girl, right? Supplicating to the girl, managing the impression they give off, qualifying themselves to the girl, where you shouldn't be doing that. Because that's simping, right? But when you approach the girl as yourself and you're not trying to get anything from her, it's like you already feel good just being you. That's completely different. It's completely different. Don Raymond M, are you back, bruh? Yep, I am here. Kaza Live M, are you a millionaire? Babe.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Sebastiano Luciano. Okay, I think I answered that question. Why do girls find me physically attractive but lose attraction when I talk? I know program approach, false time constraint, validate and build connection, but does work for me. Yet brighten their day. So you're saying they lose traction for you as the approach goes on. That's something that's very common that happens, and there's something in your behavior that's causing them to lose attraction for you. So you might have a nervous tweak about you, or you might be giving off a vibe where you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel good in your own body, and that's exactly what I was just talking about a second ago. Is you have to feel good in your own body without needing the girl to give you that, without needing her to give you positive emotions. Because you notice when most guys approach girls, they kind of like will, when they, even if they work up the courage to do it, they just sit there hoping the girl will like throw them a bone, or hoping the girl will give them some positive feedback. That's not her job. I mean, that's you. She wants to see you bring that to the table on your own without you needing to value leech, without you needing to leech that off of her, right? And then once you show that, hey, you're a complete guy, without needing her, that then obviously comes off as attractive. So it's usually something in your vibe that you're giving off that's just kind of off, that you need to work on, right? You just need to work on that through more approaches, more reference experience. What?
I was gonna say, if he never leaves the conversation, it can be a little overwhelming. It's like,
Yes, yes. So yeah, my girl just said, if he never leaves the conversation,
it can be overwhelming.
it could be overwhelming. Yeah. So a lot of times what girls will do, you'll notice this after a while, and sometimes they're aware of this consciously and sometimes they're not, is, for example, they'll go to the bathroom. Like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. What do most guys do in that situation? They go with her. Okay, I'll walk you to the bathroom, right? Because they don't want to lose her. Where what she wants to see you do really is just like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. All right, cool. I'll be here. Right? And then do your own thing. Don't sit there like a puppy dog waiting for her to come back. Just start talking to other people. Start talking to other guys. Start talking to other girls. Just start making other friends. And then when she comes back, she's like, "Who are these people?" "Oh, I just started talking to them, girl, while you were in the bathroom." That's super high value, because most guys will sit there like paranoid if she's going to come back or not, or they'll follow her to the bathroom. Worst thing you can do. Just be like, "All right, I'll be here, girl." And then just trust the fact that she's going to come back, because she wants to see if you can hold your frame without needing her for that, if that makes sense. Again, I mean, really, it's like she wants to see if you've established your abundance as a man yet, or if you're going to cling on to her. All right, let's get back to the top live chat here. Is it live chat or top chat? Let's see. Dude, is that a Cobra Kai t-shirt? What do you think? If someone super chats 50, I will super chat 100. You hear that? Um, Angel, Kali Mag, are you married? Is who married? No. Lucifer, Morningstar, does money get rich girls, or do they have expectations beyond that? It doesn't. The money is really not going to change things. I mean, I have plenty of guys who've been in my programs who have plenty of money, and they still have problems. So it just comes back to you being complete. The money is not going to change that. All the money is going to do is amplify who you already are. So if you're, you know, I mean, if you're a dick, it's just going to amplify that, right? But yeah, girls do have expectations beyond the money. Because it's funny whenever I get like hear incels or anything like anybody like that, like try to piss on game and be like, nope, all women care about is money. It's only money, 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 money. It's like, okay, well, explain all these guys in my program who have money that their girlfriends are walking out on them, cheating on them, leaving them, dumping them, divorcing them. Explain that they have plenty of money. Why is she still leaving? Why is she leaving him for the bartender, the hot bartender, or you know, so it's more than that. Just like I've had guys who are you know, they're basically models, right? In my programs. What's their excuse? Like a lot of these incels, like, oh, all you need is looks. All you need is looks. What about all these good-looking guys in my program that can't, you know, can't hang on to a girl, or you know, they have nervous tendencies. They don't have good game, you know, and even though they're good looking, so you can't escape it. You need to have some skill. Let's see. Uh, uh, All right, guys. Let's see. We got a few more minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see if I have any more super chats here. Whoa, whoa. Okay, don't turn around. Huh? Nothing. I just noticed you weren't wearing a shirt.
You're not filming this way.
No, I'm filming this way, so I don't get you all like stark naked on this. Rocky Singh. Here in India, it's difficult to get laid without relationships. Can you suggest some techniques? Yeah, what's going on in India with this dowry and all that other stuff? You, my Indian followers, what's going on out there? I hear about all this, like feminism's taking over India. This is why you need this type of knowledge, guys, especially over there. Yeah, I have a lot of Indian subscribers, followers, students, and they're like, come over here and you know, do some workshops and stuff, and like seriously considering it just with the the climate that's going on down there. It's crazy. It's awesome, man. Meet. Hello, M. Watching you from Turkey. You are opening my eyes. El Toro, Dread Game. That's it. Yeah, money is just a different kind of foot in the door. Exactly. I mean, that's really all it is. It's really about what you do with it and, how you carry yourself. All right, let me see. That's right. Javier Reyes, M, is owning 2 dogs as a single guy a bad thing? Please answer. No. Why would that be a bad thing? Women love dogs. It's a good test, too, to see if the girl likes dogs or not. Because I did date somebody who I really, really liked, and turned out she did not like animals. And she would always make these snotty remarks about my dog. And finally, I just had to get rid of her. So, but you'll find that like 99% of women out there love dogs. And then the 1% that don't, it's a red flag, man. It's a red flag. Because the reason they don't, they're like, oh, I don't want this fur getting everywhere. Or, oh, yeah, it's so dirty. Or, it's just not my type of girl. Okay, what do we got here? All right, we got a couple more minutes, guys, and we're going to wrap up. Javier Reyes, animals are so innocent. It's weird someone doesn't like them. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you, boss. You're welcome. Yeah, I always love questions like that. But yeah, I always kind of like look at the girl's reaction too when they, when we see dogs or they see dogs, and just kind of see how they feel about it. But most girls, if they love dogs, they'll come straight out and be like, oh my gosh, I love dogs. And especially if you love dogs too, that's the type of girl you want. You want a girl who's like, oh my God, I love dogs. But if she doesn't, like I said, you'll be able to see just kind of like in her snotty remarks she makes, and like, oh, they're always barking, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's not somebody you want to date. Even if you didn't have pets, it's just, yeah, you could tell that chick's going to be way too annoying. Okay, Brady, no ring this year. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see if Brady takes it on. But he's taking on I think we talked about it, he's taking on the Packers. So Aaron Rodgers, part of my alumni, man. He went to Cal, so he went to Berkeley. But I'm down with Tom Brady on this. I would love to see him get another one. Solid wisdom. How solid wisdom? How is it like having a woman with you all the time? I miss having a woman since my divorce. Um, she's not with me all the time. You always do your own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do your own thing. I do my own thing. Even when we're here together, like like I have a weird sleeping pattern, and then she gets up early sometimes, and she just goes and like walks around and goes to get breakfast, and I just keep sleeping. So yeah, I don't, you don't want somebody who, you're going to cling on to 24/7. You want a girl who's going to be independent and not cheat on you. But, but yeah, I mean, what's it like having a woman with you all the time? She's not with me all the time, but I've had those kind of relationships. It's really not good. It's not healthy. Like, it's codependent, and you're with each other 24/7. Yeah, you need breathing room. You need to be able to do your own thing and be on your grind. It's hard, And then if the girl's independent, also, that's even better, because then you could just do your own thing and then come together when your schedules allow. So. I mean, fortunately for her, she's like not working right now, so I take her with me everywhere right now. Sort of, right? Not really, because outside of vacations, I'm usually working, and then you're at your apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we were supposed to leave. We knew we were leaving for Vegas, and I didn't really see her for a couple of weeks. So I didn't see her for like almost like two weeks, and then we left for Vegas. So yeah, I mean, now that we're here, obviously we're spending all this time together. But okay, guys, I am signing off. This thing is going to cut me off, so I'm just going to cut it off before it does. Thank you guys for all the super chats. Thank you for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Watch my latest video on the 33 secrets. I just uploaded it yesterday.